Alright, welcome back to the Blue Prince. We're going to give this another run. Save and continue? Yes. I guess that's how the days loop. I don't know if there's any kind of ritual to you sleeping? Day 2. Okay. There's no nighttime part of the game. Part of me doesn't like that you swoop straight out of here, because I kind of do want to just like explore out here a little bit. I'll just sacrifice a step right here to take a look around out here. Suspicious. Can you imagine if this game did a frog fractions and just like you sit there playing Glitterbit Grove or whatever for a few dozen hours, and then you realize you could just like walk backwards out the front door and leave and do some wild other shit. I say that, but it's a puzzle game, so it's entirely in the cards that it might pull some shit. What is that? Down there. Wish you could zoom. Let's see. Oh. Does this lead there? Oh. Blocked path. You can see it better down there. There's something down there. I wonder if you can access these kinds of locations somehow. Or something is up with that. Weird little pipe. Compass rose type thingy. There's the mountain. That's the same mountain that was in that picture. L? Maybe not. Spooky dark room full of boxes? Uncomfortable ambient noise. It's dark in here. Don't think I can light these torches, and I don't think I can get past these boxes. That definitely goes deeper. It's curious that they let you walk around out here. That makes me wonder if something's gonna come up. I can walk out this gate, looks like. Yep, can I go up here? No. There are multiple bird baths. Ooh. The door. Gave me Witness vibes a little bit with that first, like, vault you encounter. This is the driveway, I think, but there's a detour. There's a tent out here. So I guess this isn't a massive discovery from his perspective, because this is probably the tent that I'm staying in. The campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great-uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the Blueprint menu tab to return to the campsite for the night. Interesting that they specify it that way. That's how the lore, that's how it works, like, in the universe, but we don't, like, actually return to this location or come back from this location in, like, from our perspective. We don't go there. I wonder if you can reach that little part that's sticking out of the mountain down there at some point. apple trees. Things that also make me think about the witness. A 4-part combination. Probably not just the 5s. Need a 4-part combination to assign to apples. There's a lot of apples in the trees, but I don't think I can, like, turn that into a combo. Why is there smoke amongst the apples? You think that'd be bad? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try to count the apples, and I also don't have a reason to think. For all I know, it's literally the same tree copy pasted anyway. Got some bumblebee doors. Curious. What about the food? Nope. I don't like that I'm leaving a fire unattended. That's not very safe. But I'm from California, where that's like a constant threat. Like, you are so actively an asshole if you leave a fire unattended here. Alright, let's go ahead and do another run. So now I know there's a combination by the orchard. That's something to think about. Everything else is a little more confusing. Vague hooks that you might be able to do something somewhere at some point, but not like something as actionable as the combination we're seeing there. Are these rooms consistent? The Ace of Spades. The Queen of Diamonds. Okay. So this room, the entry hall, always has the same 2 images there. And these old men. So it's the same document. Ah. Okay, let's start expanding outward then. A dining room. This would be a rough place to put that. The breaker box. But at what cost? I wonder if the breaker box can be used to turn the lights back on in the... what's it called? The dark room? Let's see. These rooms might be all unique, so if I go with the idea of trying to create a perfect layout, maybe I should swoop outward like this. Make the start out as wide of a layout as we can. And maybe these individual rooms just matter way less than initially expected. Closet, bedroom, lavatory. I wonder if red rooms are indicative of bad. Like they're indicating like, hey, this red room will screw you over. Greetings from Reddington. Red for the Red Prince. Reddington. Emphasis on red everywhere, but weird the Blue Prince was our uncle or whoever the Red Prince before. She has a moon necklace. Chapels suck, but right now I don't have coins to lose, and I assume they can't take them from me if I don't have them. Okay, so when I wrote down all that information in the chapel, at least that's consistent. So I'm writing down information that I can keep in the long term. That means that the game can still call to it. That's interesting. That makes the puzzles more authored and make more sense than I was worried they might not. And this kind of stuff, I don't have to do with this. There's a bishop in the church. Let's see. I'm adding chapel to my notes. Let's do, I guess day 1. I can disregard me writing down day 1 because the information apparently is consistent. We just can't keep tools and objects and things. Let's make a chess section. Chess pieces. There's a, let's see, chapel. Bishop, which makes a kind of sense. Maybe write down where those pawns and things were. Maybe assemble the set. Oh, maybe white bishop. W bishop. There we go. That kind of information could be important someday. Or not at all. Breaker box again. Corridor, spare room. Always left unlocked. Let's see. Yeah, it's interesting because these rooms might be unique, or there might be, since there's X number of rooms in the set, there might only be, ooh, can't afford this, so I'm either making a closet or a storeroom. So I'm either getting 2 items, or I'm getting some currency. Maybe the items, because I'm not sure what they'll give me. And I don't need a key quite yet, because I have a decent number of places I can build a new room if I run into... Oh, and it's a key. A silver key. I accidentally clicked past that. Okay, can I look at it here? Unlocking a door with a silver key will lead to a room with many doors. Interesting. The silver key is different from the gold key. So this place has 2 items, but 2 items includes both unique items that go in my inventory and also includes currencies like just a regular key. Okay, so now we need to head backwards and try a new place for a room. Here's another chance to lose a coin, but I don't have one yet. So good thing I didn't give myself a coin. If I build a hallway, it connects to the previous room in a helpful way. If I build the mail room, I get to have my package, but we lose so much. I have to go all the way back to the entrance hall. And none of it connects. And also, yeah, that'd be a lot of dead space to I don't want to deal with. So let's hope that I get the mail room later. I think that might be how the game works, is that you have an actual pool of rooms that's consistent. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. That seems to just always be true then. So a lot of opportunities for dead ends that make it hard to get around. But the item types do seem consistent. It makes me wonder if I need to really specifically plan out what the ideal layout is for the entire building, essentially. Let's do the parlor and solve a puzzle. The wind-up key. There will always be one box that's true, one box that's false. Only one of them has the prize. So that the rules are consistent. I assume the clues change. This box is the middle box. That's false. The gems are in the middle box. We don't know. The gems are... This box is the middle box. Okay, well, this box is the middle box is false in both cases. That's the middle box. So this one must be true, which says it's the middle box. So the same box is correct again. Got some gems. Look at me go. Oh, wait. Food for sale. That loops in the awkward direction. So does that one. Neither of these turn right. That sucks. I'm not currently desperate for food, so maybe give me the den that gives me more. Oh yeah, I can't afford food because I haven't been to the pantry yet. But instead of just looping downward, let's keep my ability to move forward in addition to that. There's a gem. Hopefully I always remember to actually get my rewards. Ooh. This trunk is locked. Optional key items. Okay. I wonder if I missed one before or not. I did kind of notice this one immediately, so it probably stands out enough. Will occasionally be able to unlock some normal doors. That's powerful. Yeah, I don't know. It's just innocuous enough that I might have missed it, but it's just prominent enough that I did look at it immediately. So maybe I would have noticed that if there was something like that before. Don't know. You know, probably. I've gone around this room, so I don't really need this room very well, so maybe I should use this slot for like a shitty room. Guest bedroom's a dead end, a nook is a little hook. This courtyard would suck because it wouldn't go anywhere. Yeah, maybe dump the guest bedroom here because it's a dead end. There's 10 sleepy bonus bits. The magnifying glass. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. A wooden brass magnifying glass. That could have helped in a few places. Ooh. Oh, this feels cool to use. Neat. But this is all the note we saw before, and I don't see any particular weird details to inspect yet. But okay, the game does give you the option. So when I see that one weird text under the signature bit, maybe I can look at it with this and get some more answers from that. Okay, we're getting a little faster at recognizing what exists in a room and like what's actually gameplay and what's just set dressing, I think. So that's good. So, despite my attempts to open things up, we now only have 2 remaining doorways. So we're right back to being in a kind of shitty situation, which is probably not ideal. But let's see. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. Security, view inventory of all the stuff in the house. Lavatory is a dead end. We don't want a dead end. Yeah, I want to increase the amount of options I have, so let's do security. Look at how like the boundaries of and line of stuff is like scribbled, like the edge of the door frame sometimes. It is really eerie to walk into a room that has recordings of where you are. Currently moving, so which implies still recording. Wasn't expecting a cutscene out of nowhere though. It's me. This video is so compressed, and the use of visual noise to make the screen look staticky made the compression even rougher. So this is a glimpse at the rooms. Right. The game's about all this, so this is a really big deal to walk into then. Some place with a piano and a bunch of chairs. There's a vault. A wine cellar. Whatever that is. Always. A walk-in closet, I think. Mix of places we've seen before and things we haven't. There's a nursery. Museum. Security. Oh. Oh. Let's look here for longer. Huh. Okay, so they cheated it a bit. These aren't videos, these are just images. And there's just a little picture of me in 2D that kind of moves around the table to match where I happen to stop. But he won't, like, he'll never turn towards the camera because he's not 3D. Got it. I was trying to get a video of him looking at the screen. Womp womp. Interesting. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Press enter. State inventory keycard system. Log into network. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. Keycard system is currently operational. Settings. Security level medium. Offline mode locked. The security level. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting, 5 or 6 with a high. Well, then I want low, right? Unless I have a keycard? I guess if I have a keycard, I want it to be high. Because I can use the keycard for everything. But otherwise, I want it to be low, because if I don't have a keycard, they're going to block me. Offline mode is locked. Change offline mode. Unlocked. If power is lost, like using the breaker, right? Yeah. Confirm setting. Which might mean that if I have access to the breaker, maybe I want to have security level set to high. So there's tons of potential security doors that spawn with my future room placements. I assume that's how it works. But then if I turn off the power with the breaker, then they'll all open, which will give me a lot of, without avoid me having potentially potentially locked doors that I would need a key for. That's my logic so far. Estate inventory. The following is a detailed list of the items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. 0 fruit, 0 gems, 0 keys, 0 coins. So when the rooms don't exist yet, they don't count towards the pool. Log into network. Potentially long password. Yeah. We probably want to find this password. It looks like it says a car tape 5-6 or something. I don't know. Blue memos are true and red memos are lies. Unless written by hand. Okay. Blue memos true. Red memos false. Unless written by hand. Now I'm wondering how many memos I've seen that have colors on them. This one has a blue thing on top. Assume the signature isn't colored? Yeah. Unless written by hand. Although I could see that without that, honestly, but whatever. Well, that's interesting. Oh, staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. It is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals of the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concern regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password. Ooh. Swan song. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to read without it. Okay, that's handy. Maybe I can read that other document now then. Let's see. Payroll for blah blah blah. Two of these terminals can be found at security. And 1 laboratory. Thai cake serving tray or something? Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So it's locked because this is a red memo. So that means the message saying that the west side of the building is more likely to be locked is false. So maybe the east side is more likely to be locked, which is where I got stuck last time. Interesting. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will more likely be locked as you progress north. That logically made sense. Okay, so just security in general increases as you go north, or in higher in rank, which makes sense. That's just how game design do. That's interesting when the red memos are lying to you. Imagine how long I might have gone without learning that if I didn't place the right rooms here. I thought this blue on top was indicative of that. Maybe that's also part of it. Maybe. Let's see what I can place going this way. Fuck. They're all dead ends. Okay, well let's find out what my package is. How about that? Customer's copy, packing slip, Sync company, blah blah blah. 1 sleeping mask and 1 coupon book. What? Sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. Okay. Coupon book. Save 1 coin on every purchase you make in the estate. Okay. Those are fine. I haven't made any purchases yet or had any money yet, so that's fine so far. Oh, here, this is this thing. Yeah. Oh, it just straight up unscrambles it. Okay. Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Denny Ravain. Denny Ravain stole the Baron's mail. Okay. I don't know if that matters, but now we know what that little scrambled looking message said, at least. Okay, let's try the southern door now. Lavatory's dead end, spare room. Would just take me down to the other entrance hall. Lavatory pantry. If I'm going back to the entrance hall regardless, I might as well put the lavatory here because it's a shitty room that I don't want. So let's just get rid of it. And hope that it never comes up again. So I think that's the logic here. There's been like a lack of repeating rooms, aside from maybe like bedrooms. Is there nothing in here I want? Four stars and a staircase, HSS. Go forward 2 rooms. I've never encountered a locked anything yet, so I haven't had a chance to test my lock, my new lockpick. Alright, let's go all the way back to the beginning and hope I can salvage this. Which, I basically intentionally made only one valid exit the first time, so it's not the end of the world. Oh god, okay, it's kind of the end of the world because I do have to go all the way this way. That much straight away seems pretty hard to do. I might be in trouble again. I'm immediately boned, aren't I? Okay. I believe I've lost again. Not the end of the world, but okay. I'm curious about the breaker box puzzle, but without any things to achieve with it, I don't necessarily care right now. This gives me a key I can't use. So I might as well do this to just get a point for the observatory, because it might affect future runs and how many future observatories you've summoned so far, if I am going with the idea of there only being a certain pool of rooms that doesn't keep going up. We have a globe. Rosary beads. Yeah, that door is blocked, and that's the only way out. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Ben Aries, Bird & Sons Publishing. Any weird... No. Preface. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one in a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, 1 gold. Are those the things? No. North Star, 1 gold. The twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The slice, plus 3 steps. Diamondus Minor, plus 1 gem. The Southern Cross, rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. Clavis the Key, plus 1 key. Diamondus Major, plus 5 gems. Draxus the Dead End rooms are more common today. So there is a pool. We do have like a deck. Or at least there's a likelihood of the cards. The sale, everything is 50% off today. Borealis, the bloom in the sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. So here's a lot of roguelike element, not just the RNG of your choices, but the entire level might have a particular... Oop. Might have a particular thing that's going on at the time. Oop. What? Oh, is it the side you click on? Does the reticle change? Yes, okay. Can I point you up better? Yeah, that makes you point up more. Alright. Now it's pointing out. What do we got? How many stars show up? Oh, it tells you. And that's it? Is it because I have 1 star? Is that the logic? It might be the number of stars, yeah. North Star, this is 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. 6? Or 7, 8? Oh, there's no page 6. I did think I got to page 20 really quickly. I was like, I don't remember paging that many, but okay. Right. The pages are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 11, 12, 15, 20. So it goes really high. And then maybe it stays like that? So I get 1 coin once, but then 2 trunks will be added to the entrance hall next time. Which would be great. Although you would need a key for each of them. Although, if you have a lockpick, you can open them up probably, but might not always have a lockpick. Okay. That is a whole ass mechanic of its own right there. I might need to accept defeat here. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, 1 little star. I don't know if that's... It's held completely separately from everything else. So maybe the idea there is that it's not a currency, it's iterating. You'll keep going up every time you build a conservatory. The observatory. Not a conservatory. It's like a greenhouse for people. 5 items found instead of 1. 4 new rooms, so it keeps track of that. Alright. I can see this being kind of addictive. So the actual navigation is most of the puzzle, is you building a house. There's not a ton of moment-to-moment puzzles, but there definitely are puzzles. But I need to like work my way towards them, and the puzzles are seemingly more static by comparison. Corridor, parlor, spare room. Corridor is not bad because it shoots me all the way to the wall. It gets me distance away, so that any doors I do end up placing really put me all over the place. And they're mostly dead ends. Let's see. Let's turn, so I get to keep going a little bit. Reddington. Oh, that's a weird statue. The den gives me some good mobility over here. Here is it there now? Okay, it's not here this time, so the trunks are RNG. Which felt kind of on brand with how we were indicated that the trunks might not always be there a minute ago. The constellations add them to the main room. Let's see, how far can I get away? I don't know what draw new floor plans means. But I'm curious. That's definitely drafting. And maybe even a draft horse. Haha. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. That's what it means. When I'm drawing the plans, I get to pick different ones, potentially. So this just gives me... This gives you an extra chance at RNG, and for the ability to draw particular rooms you want. Okay. So maybe I should take the other paths first, and I can use this one when I'm more desperate to get particular results. There's the same dude. Because the footsteps, they disencourage you from wandering around constantly back and forth, but so far it's a pretty forgiving amount of moving otherwise. Okay, so this is going to be a dead end. Commissary, items for sale but no money. Or get 2 items or get some breaker boxes. Let's get the items. So those might have long-term effects. It's a key and a gem. Okay. There's 3 stars. And we're back here. Okay. Don't know if I'm if I'm being that smart right now, but we'll see. Hallway. Feels like we want to place as many tiles as we can to give myself as many options at all times so I don't get stuck. Let's see. I don't have money for items, so let's get the puzzle, which might even give me money. The billiards room, this was mentioned in that previous note. We've never been here before. There's some coin. Wow, even the bottles passed the bookshelf test. Yeah, they didn't copy-paste any of the shelves of bottles as far as I can tell. We were told that there's some kind of darts game. Obviously billiards is here, but can I play it? Can't seem to do anything there. I don't know how the posters are under the weird lines. Yeah, it seems like they want you to play darts. Ooh. Interesting. Can I leave? Okay. Huh. There's math over here. Something plus something, something minus something, something times something divided by... Am I trying to get a specific number by clicking them in a certain order? 1. Uh, 3 and 2, maybe it's plus? Like 5? Okay. So the first row might be plus, second row might be minus, third row might be times, then divide? Plus, minus, times, divide. Okay. 16 minus 7 is 9. 18 minus 6 is 12. There's times, right? Yeah. 4 times 2 is 8. 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. How do you know the order of operations in this situation, though? There's not like an equation being written out. I don't know. 20 minus 10 is 10, times 2 is 20. I guess I was right. Okay. A key card. Okay, I have a key card. Now I want high security because I get access to every door. Is it always in the billiards room? That could be important context. Going north. Here's security. I have a gem for it. Yeah, let's turn up security as high as I can. Start system. Start security. Security level high. Confirm setting. Change offline mode to unlocked. I don't know why it'd ever be locked. I think it's just a punishment for not having found the room yet. Swan song. That's still true. Did I walk away without fucking typing it in last run? I don't remember this. God damn it. Did I really? Did I? I'm so sorry. At least it's still the same video probably. So you know that I realized. Oh my goodness. Staff services. Punch in and out. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. They know I'm doing this. Request a schedule change. The service has been temporarily disabled as of November 4th. All the work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff have been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance to the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. Punch in and out, what does that do? Disabled, yeah, okay. Special orders. If you'd like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Okay. A brass compass, a magnifying glass, a metal detector, running shoes, shovel, sleeping mask, sledgehammer. I want to see what the sledgehammer does. It'll take 2 days. Oh. So it won't appear until my 4th run? I guess we'll see. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere in the estate using RTA. View active terminals. The office, the laboratory, and the shelter all have computers, but we can't access them. Okay. Electronic mail. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail's account. Currently, the feature can only be accessed via the office. Data transfers are not available. Glossary of terms. Adjoining. Rooms that are considered adjoining when they are connected to each other via a doorway. Dead end. A dead end is any room lacking a second doorway. If a room has ever has any additional doorways, that is not considered a dead end, even if those doorways are blocked. Directory. The directory contains detailed information for all rooms on the estate that you have drafted. You may access the directory at any time from the system menu, pressing R. Huh. Bedroom. One of the most common types of rooms, bedrooms are typically used for resting and regaining steps, and are identifiable by the violet borders on their floor plans. Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of the board members of the staff, board as in B-O-R-E-D, not board as in board, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Oh. They're saying it's going to be added in a future version of the video game we're playing right now? Drafting. The action of selecting a floor plan from the 3 options is considered drafting. Call it a day. Ends the day. Everything resets. Yep. Draft pool. The draft pool is the total collection of currently available floor plans from which 3 are drawn at the beginning of each draft. Okay, so it is a pool. We get it. We have a deck, which might not always be the same deck. Drawing is the initial pulling of 3 floor plans from the draft pool at the beginning of a drafting. To illustrate the difference between drawing and drafting, remember that 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted. So the drafted one is the one you actually choose whenever something refers to drafting. Color. Violet for bedrooms, orange for hallways, green for green rooms. What? Yellow for shops, red for red rooms. Uh-huh. Red and green rooms are red and green. Recursive definition. Blue is for blueprints, default type. Okay. Oh god, that's just A through D. East wing, entry, estate, exhaust. When you run out of steps. Floor plan. Life of every room begins at the floor plan, a square paper, blah blah blah, yeah. Gems, glossary of terms, coins, green room. What's a green room? Outdoor areas and gardens naturally synergistic with one another. So they're good to be around each other. Grounds, the outdoor area. Campsite, apple orchard, west path. House, the place I'm in. History. You can look at previous layouts. Okay. Keycard door. Mostly stuff we know. Mechanical, permanent. Permanent changes do not reset each day. Mechanical. Rarity. Things are common, normal, uncommon, and rare. The number of dots they have. Okay. There's straight up rare rooms, meaning that they're not going to be in the deck at all sometimes, I guess. Red room. Beware of the rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options, but come at a dangerous cost. Yeah, like how the dark room goes in crazy directions, but you can't see what you're doing. Gymnasium makes you lose 2 steps. It's funny because I knew red was bad, but the primary red room I've seen is the bathroom, which is not... it doesn't have any special powers at all. Special floor plan? They're rare and they cost gems. Special items are just inventory items, as opposed to resource items, which are keys and currencies, basically. Spread? When a spread occurs, items are randomly distributed across all rooms currently active in the estate. The more rooms in your house, the larger the spread. Like spread keys throughout the house? That's interesting. Like one in every room so far? That'd be a lot. I believe I already understand how our stars work. Tomorrow rooms. The mail room and so on. Yeah, places that won't have a benefit until tomorrow. Trunks of the little locked things. The West Path, a charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs alongside the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed both from the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. The garage and the west gate. If I figure out how to get in there, maybe you can access the west wing? The west border of the house, yeah. I'm wondering if you can gain access to the entire... if you can gain access to the building from outside, if you can open that place up, giving you a higher chance of success. Maybe that's a checkpoint. Like you get a certain distance into the game and you permanently unlock a second entrance maybe to make future runs more consistently successful. Because a lot of roguelikes are more roguelites with a T, because they have progression systems that persist from run to run, like the stars, for example. And those have a level of like you building power as you go. Okay, so that wasn't earth-shattering, but yes, I did just forget to use the fucking password the first time. I'm so sorry, everyone. Just, you blank sometimes on things, you know? It just happens. Anything new? Can I use the phone? The dark room again. It's a reasonable time to use it. Oh, there's a key card. Well, I can't use the gem one, so I have no idea what I clicked on. The spare room. Hey, there's a door. Neat. Greetings. Someone just started painting this room. Gives unfinished swan vibes. This would be a big dead end. The secret passage leads to a room of a color of your choice. Requires a gem, so I can't place it now. That's interesting. Where are the rarities? I don't see dots anywhere to indicate rarity. 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. This would let me keep going, the pantry. Oh, an apple. 5 apples, bananas, and oranges. I was right about that for Bridget. I don't think there was a fruit here. I actually don't think I've ever found a fruit besides maybe the banana I bought, which I don't think went into my inventory. Okay, the apple I just got also didn't go into my inventory. Not in a visible way. Maybe you just consume them for steps, but it keeps track some. I don't know. Gotta use a key, I guess. Huh. I'm drawing the commissary constantly, and I cannot place it. Let's get the storeroom, because it'll give me another key. I just spent mine. It's going to be some kind of dead end regardless. I think I never used my... Oop. Birdie. I think I never used my key last time. My silver key that has a chance of opening magic door or something. Let's see. The storeroom. Oh man, my chess pieces page. I've ruined it by writing other stuff by accident. So, chapel, white, bishop, store, room, gold pawn. Cross out my other chess pieces thing because I accidentally wrote under it, which means I can't keep writing the table. It looks like a gold pawn because the room has like cool temperature lighting. It appears to be gold like that and not white because it doesn't have a neutral color like that, yeah. Okay, so at least now I have currency. I just got like 5 coins between these 2 rooms, so now I can make a store, I guess. I'm gonna say going forward, probably this series might have irregular video lengths because I'll probably base when to end the episodes based on when I finish a run or something. So they might get shorter and longer as you go at random because it would be awkward to stop an episode in the middle of a run. I could put almost anything in this room and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, so let's maybe do this little corner down here. Now I'm down here, and there's like a door past it on both sides. This would be kind of useless, that'd be kind of useless, but this would let me go up past the dark room without actually having to deal with its currently, you know, it stopping me from knowing what I'm opening, so that'd be nice. Yeah. I don't need to buy food right now that badly. I think this is always the same. I think the rules never change. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. Okay. They do both appear on another box, which means they're both telling the truth, which means the one that says the blue box is empty is lying. The blue box has the gems. Bing bing. Different colored reward. Different colored gem, but not a different value, apparently. Not a chapel, man. The kitchen goes back into the... Yeah, I need the chapel if I want to be able to not go... If I want to have a door open still. Everything else traps me. I'd rather not be trapped. So let's do the chapel, but I'm going to try to avoid walking into it. And instead Loop back around to the entrance. See if I can avoid losing money until I have to. But this might be a pretty pricey amount of walking I'm doing. Ah, all dead ends. Okay. I don't want to come all the way back here if I feel the need for a breaker box, but maybe I won't. So... Maybe just summon the Nook for another key. And maybe just to avoid the red rooms, maybe I just go back to the drawing room and just enjoy it. Enjoy that I have it. Okay, so does this always have the magnifying glass? So the game has tutorials, but they're always in the same spots. Key, right, don't forget the key. I wonder how many times in this playthrough I'll, like, forget to grab the item that was the point of the room. Because that would suck. Because everyone will see it happen. They're all gonna laugh at you! Interesting. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2... Yeah, you always gain the steps. Granted, it's just nullifying the cost of you walking through that room. It's not like it's a huge bonus, but yeah, it does trigger every time. That's interesting. So that room's functionally free to walk through. Alright, let's see if I can head further north this way, I guess. Alright, so redraw floor plans. The dining room would be good. I don't think I need to redraw it then. This lets me proceed further in. Ooh. In each green room. Every green room will have a gem, but this is the only green room I have. So it's not very strong. But at least the patio will give me access to more space. Yeah, because I'd like to avoid putting dead ends here. Cost me a gem, and then I guess maybe it has a gem in it. Hello. Occasionally you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms in the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots buried below. And since I'm in an outdoor place, that's probably it, right? Yep. So a shovel is a unique item that I can use here. And not a moment before. So I want to turn left. I want to turn left and maybe also go forward. So maybe we'll go to the other rooms and specifically try to spend rooms that don't help me with that goal. With the hopes of getting them from the pool. This one's just the bedroom. Maybe get rid of the bedroom. Interesting. It counts as 2 bedrooms, which I guess counts against for the total the other thing had. Ooh, bananas. Did these give me more food? Yes, they do. But yeah, walking into this room did not give me more steps like the other bedroom does. That's not a universal trait of theirs. But for when the other thing is placed and it gives me bonus based on how many bedrooms I have, this will count twice. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as fun as my... It's a good day? It is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as fun as my friends. Huh. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Oh, it's because he's gone. Not here. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. No. Simon, don't read it. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Damn, Simon. Get him. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me. And today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He's a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how he survived sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. Oh my god. That was great. Oh my, wait, there's an animal here. Wait. Oh, he's got a bunk bed too. Are you gonna be okay? Is anyone feeding you? I guess you have food. How long is this game? How long can a hamster survive in a cage with no one tending to him? Look at him go. Alright. Camp Colonel. Colonel's not camp. Colonel's very straight-laced. Radio, lockbox, TV. Does they have a VHS player to go with all these tapes? I don't see one. Video game console? Is that the Atari? I never had that video game console. That's older than me. Whole ass video camera. 2 black pawns in bunk room. Okay. What's this room called? Bunk room? Yep. Don't know if this will matter, but I'm grasping, seeing what might matter in the long term, because we have like information from different rooms that's applicable, which I guess is where the step budget will really come in, potentially. Yeah, I don't think I can play this video game. The bananas were the primary reward, and also I'm just getting to experience all the different rooms. Yeah, so I can still build this way from the chapel, so it's not fully closed off. I can still build a room here. Even if I can't reach it from this other room over here. I'm not in a hurry to go all the way over there right now, but... Courtyard? Huh. Yeah, the courtyard would not be helpful for my goals right now, going from the patio. So it makes sense to put the courtyard here. Nice little outdoor spot. If your house is so big that it has outdoor rooms in the middle of it, you might have too much money. At the very least, multiple families should probably live in your house. It shouldn't just be like your... Oh, sledgehammer. Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. Aww. I mean, that's good. Every trunk I find is openable now, but I don't even find that many trunks. Is that a diggable spot? That might count. I kind of hope that that sledgehammers could break through these walls. Or something. Door's locked. Alright. Passageway? That's not bad. 2 gem requirement, but that's some good mobility. That'll give me access to every room around here. Might be a little wasteful on the gem count. I don't know. Now I'm really empowered to put 2 dead ends right here because they already are dead ends. So that's good to know. Oh, the key budget's becoming a problem. Yeah. Ooh, lose half your steps. But it's got really big mobility. Jeez. I might want to keep that available as an option. I don't think I currently benefit from turning the power off, but I know how this mechanic works, kind of. That's interesting. Turn on the light in the dark room, turn off the gymnasium, maybe? Cabinet. Key card entry system on or off. Danger: toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. VAC indicators. Okay, so green becomes blue, blue becomes red. Blue bio red becomes a purple. There's a purple. It seems like it won't make me a new blue. Okay, sometimes. Wait, I fucked up a little bit. Okay. Okay, yeah, I started really thinking like you probably have to go right to left. 5 purple needed for the 6th. There we go. That's 6 purples. Is that just to fix when the power goes off? Maybe? I think that might just be how you turn the power back on. So I get it now, I guess. I think I might have just turned the gymnasium off, which is the scary card I just saw. So maybe with that power turned off, its effect doesn't work anymore, which would be good. Key card. Good place for a dead end. Power source. Interesting. And a lot of exits. So the shittiest room here is the guest bedroom. Gives me 10 steps, then is otherwise a dead end. Familiar room. Familiar document, I assume. The billiards, oh my goodness. I sure love billiards. Keys? Special keys? Car keys. The only car left on the estate should be in the garage. Oh, is a garage one of the rooms? That would make sense. Was the wow, what was the note about the garage? Is that how you go outside? The garage came up earlier. Okay, so I have 2 ways of going forward now. They're both right next to each other. Let's see how you go here. These are rough. While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all 3 of your potential floor plans. Maid's chamber, less likely to find items lying around in your house. Just in general, because this place has been placed. It's like putting this down makes my whole house worse and is also a dead end. Archives. If I put a lavatory, this becomes a dead end, and then it becomes all about me being able to put a room by the patio or else. I think I gotta put the archives here just so I don't get trapped. But then preferably we don't use the archives if I can avoid it. Although I do want to look at the lore or whatever. August 22nd to 85th. Marigold. Sorry, that's my face. Let's get this thing out of my way. Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swim Bird had been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort. She was no stranger to the public eye before her literary success, the niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. That's 85. Then January 27th, 86, Swimbird author never considered herself success. By Gail Hermes, Herald staff writer. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I had always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there." Marigold had elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her own son, and that his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that had been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. That is very funny as a concept, that it was just for her kid, and her taking inspiration from just having to write have more children's stories for her kid. That's fun. November 11th, 86. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard questioned. Uh-oh, that's not cute anymore. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier, naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility for the attack, it is widely believed that by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mr. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house had defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Marigold drops publisher, November 17th. Local author and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split from her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at press function. Was seen at the coroner, suspicious bag under the waved down local in this is the third major something blah 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 in the last year. It was anticipated, charged by the Crown. Manning was the last. The trial begins on, expected to last up to something with grand treason. Manning was last P. Prosecuted? Not defendant. So Marion Marigold dropped her publisher after Caleb Manning was arrested, their mentor. No traces discovered of Sinka Harris, but search continues. February 21st, 87. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities were very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. And then it just stops. Oh, it keeps going though. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist, September 2nd. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Ares have broken into one of the crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today. As local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the southern wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived at the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although the official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Ares, the priceless crown and jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to its historical value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated. Or it's the Red Prince! It's a ruby crown! They're after red. It's always red. That's funny. So both these doors currently work, but if I can potentially. Oh no! While drafting, you will no longer be able to see all three of your potential floor plans. I misread it. I thought it was a problem for this room, but it's for the rest of the game, isn't it? I might as well just wing it then. Yeah, no reason to loop back around. One of them's a fucking secret. God damn it. The weight room, that might not be the same thing as the gymnasium or whatever. So I don't know if I lose I don't know if it does work that way or not. Oh, that's costly. But I don't think I want to put a dead end out there either. Just try not to use it. Oh, it happens immediately. Oh, I guess that's better. It's better to lose them now than every time I walk through the room. I really gotta reassess how I read these a little bit. They don't quite mean what I think at first. I'm messing that up a little bit. What's that? Broken lever. Huh. I thought that I was gonna lose half my steps every time I walk through here. And here I thought I was not gonna be able to see all my options looking around in it. No, it's for the rest of the run. So these are two immediately, in effect, bad things that happen. Not a thing that... Okay. So time to see if I can find... Are these all locked? Nope, not all of them. You're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. How many more red rooms can there be? I gotta just see what the last one is. These are so bad. What is this one? A boudoir. That gives me another option at least. Yeah, I need food now. I'm actually at risk of running out of steps finally. And yeah, I guess this is where yeah, this is where this is, so... I wonder if one of the entries in that journal might have indicated the password, actually. I don't think you can, like, see the password there or anything. Although maybe if there was, like, instructions set up that tell you what the combination is, like the factory default, maybe. But no, I don't think I can make anything out. Oh my god, this is cursed. Yeah, I really misinterpreted what that was going to be at the moment. These are both dead ends, and I don't want this to be a dead end, so we'll just see what this one is and see if it's not a dead end. It's a great hall. 7 locked doors? Is there a key on a chair? No. Where do they all even go? What does 7 locked doors mean? How does that translate to the 4 exits? That's wild. And I'm in trouble. I could really use more keycard doors. I set up my keycard meta, and it's not fucking paying off at all. Okay, so I really need to generate a room where I can turn money into steps, or I'm going to be in trouble very soon. That's locked. Okay. Is that a thing? Can I interact with anything in this room? Both these doors are locked, so these are all locked, those are all locked. Alright, gotta go this way. Getting low on steps. Key card. So the patio no longer matters. Gotta pick the conference room because that's the only one that gives me an exit that I know will let me keep going. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed in this room instead. Oh. Well, I guess that's convenient for not making me go through the first half of the house again. We're getting low. Some special rooms allow you to spread items throughout the house. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently in your estate. However, if you have a conference room, spread items are categorized in that room instead. A lot of notes everywhere. Red, safe code 9083. But red memos are false. Unless they're written by hand, that's definitely typewritten, so it's false. Reminder, after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. So everything everyone wrote is in the safe, but we don't know the password because this is wrong. Damn. Don't see any more writing. We might be getting close to the end of this run. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. Ah. If you're succumbing to a failed run, you can put something there. So it might be smart to summon this and put my sledgehammer there so I can use it next run instead of losing. But Oh, here's the rarity. 232. So this is rarer, so it might be better. This might get as long as it has an exit to the forward or left, it keeps me going. So it'd be better than giving up like this. Otherwise, it'd be tempting to put this here just to, like, keep an item for next run. But I'd like to not lose. Let's see where the exits turn out to be. It's a wine cellar. 3 gems. Ah, man, I should have done it. Oh well. Isn't that 100, 50, 50, no? 500, right? 708? I don't remember. A lot of wine. Not much going on here. Alright, let's see. Wine cellar MCCXIII. Gotta remind myself how to read the less common Roman numerals a bit. That is a pain in the ass. Well, it's not the worst time to lose because this is got a lot of rooms and this is a long video at this point because I think I might have attached it to the previous run that was very short. Womp womp. Yeah, I'm out of keys. Only 7 steps to go. If I made it 1 room deeper, there would have been a meal here, which would have kept me going for longer. And now we're really suffering for the fact that I never placed a place where I could actually buy food, which kept coming up until there was chances to buy food and buy items with money, but once I actually got money, those doors stopped appearing. So that was rude. That was very rude. But this is a pretty decked out house. I wish I had, yeah, damn it. I wish I had placed the closet or whatever it was so I could put the mailing, whatever, the one that lets you store an item. Because if I kept the car keys, that might have helped a future run where I got to finally place the garage and use that in some way. And I had the key card. This was a good one. All right. Hopefully next time we can figure this out. Rarity rare. Because yeah, I tried both these doors and they were locked. And then that's the whole... yeah, there's nowhere else to go without a key. And breaker box won't matter because there's no more key cards, unfortunately. Womp womp. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. I think. I'm always so nervous that I'm making a big mistake. That's really embarrassing, but... oh well. See you next time. Mount Holly, a respectable inn for the 5 bedrooms. Is there a special... in the Mount Holly Inn, does each configuration get a particular identity based on, like, what stuff I include? That's funny. Yeah, it might have been categorized as an inn because of the bedrooms this time. I don't remember if it had a categorization like that before at all. Interesting. Alright, let's take a break.